Hello, and thank you for coming today. How's everybody doing? Since I'm sure you're really interested in knowing, I just gotta let you know I'm really excited to be here. Odd for a speaker, I know. Generally, people are just really not excited. Unless, of course, you're a retired president charging by this word. Today, my topic is one that is near and dear to my heart. And I'm hopeful we can all leave here with a bit more understanding of and passion for the use of seatbelts. Do you remember as a child that toy? That one toy that was so special, so important to you, and you just only played with it on certain occasions, and you went nuts when somebody else played with it or touched or anything like that. You kept it on that special shelf, only took it down, when you really wanted to play with it. From some, maybe G.I. Joe. For the ladies, maybe it was a Barbie doll, I don't know. Maybe it was Optimus Prime. For me, it was a basketball. It was a leather basketball. Beautiful. It never went outside. If it did go from place to place, it was inside a gym bag just to make sure it never got scuffed. Never touched the cement, blacktop. I love that ball. I'll never forget the day that a bully took it and played with it outside, scuffed it up, kicked it just to be a bully. Boy, did my sister hear about it from Dad. Most of us have people we care about deeply. Spouse, children, parents, friends. Hopefully a lot more than I cared about a basketball. I know that for me, my wife and children are everything. And I would never think of driving a car in which they were not buckled. According to the Center for Disease Control, or CDC, in all auto accidents which contain a fatality, over 65% of the fatalities involve people who are not buckled. That's nearly twice as many people unbuckled as buckled that died. That's nearly a 50% increase. Huge. Over a 5-year period, the percentage of fatalities in car wrecks was nearly 50% greater. The chance of being thrown from a car when you're unbuckled increases by 45%. Have you ever seen a car accident where one of the passengers was thrown from the car? Not a pretty sight. Do you know what the leading cause of death is among teens in America? I'll give you 3 guesses, and the first 2 don't count. That's right. Auto accidents. Do you want to hear something sad? I've never been a fan of seatbelts. I'm a big guy. Seatbelts are restrictive. When I put that seatbelt on, especially when I'm in the passenger seat for some reason, I can't move. My wife will ask me to reach for something or whatever when she's driving, and I can't do it. And I just find it frustrating. The truth is, for most of our married life, I've only worn the seatbelt to avoid my wife's anger about not wearing the seatbelt. And I never wore it when I was alone in the car. This all changed for me one night when I heard my son praying that Daddy would start wearing a seatbelt because it scared him to think that Dad didn't like to wear seatbelts. I really started thinking about this, and I started thinking about, I now look at my seatbelt as, in the same way that I look at the commandments. Heavenly Father gives us commandments not to restrict us, but to help us to be able to succeed and obtain the things in life that He wants for us and that we want for ourselves. Most importantly, being eternal salvation. I look at my seatbelt the same way. Seatbelt may seem tight, but if something happens and I walk away from my car, that seatbelt saved me. Because I had the seatbelt, I'll have the opportunity to do the things I want to do. Grow old with my wife, play with my sons, children, make a difference in other people's lives. So have I changed my mind on seatbelts? Yes. Hopefully, we all understand that seatbelts are here for our protection and for our help. Remember, folks, let's be safe. Seatbelts are for everyone. Because while to the world you may be one person, to one person you may be the world. Thank you, and have a good night.